So how's everybody this afternoon? I hope that are good and that you're ready, because I don't come without a challenge, and I never come for free. I'm hired by the Lord to do a work, and it always costs me something to do it. Untapped potential. I like it when we come to places like this. You look out, you see the birds as they are flying, you see them dive into the water, catch a fish. There's so much life out there. And there's enough to replenish the earth and replenish the earth and replenish the earth. There's a lot of untapped potential. But if you were to go to the place where humans are on this earth, there's so much untapped potential. But you can always go and see unused potential as well, especially when you visit the cemeteries. Because so many dreams, so much that people can do, those things have been buried. They're buried. That mind that could have come with a good idea, that person who could have done something, they lie dead. Unused potential. You find it most at the graveyard. So it should be said among us, what am I here for? What can I do? I start with when the guys ask me about speaking. I say, I'll think about it. So one morning when I woke up, I came to the school and I said to them, look up beryllium and titanium. So they got their books, they went, they started searching for beryllium and titanium. That's what I heard for this meeting. Beryllium and titanium. So they looked it up and they gave me these definitions, and I read them. Beryllium was discovered in oxide form in both beryl and emeralds. At ordinary temperatures, beryllium resists oxidation in water and air. Beryllium is used as an alloying agent in producing beryllium copper, which is extensively used in springs, electrical contacts, spot welding. It is applied to structural material for high-speed aircraft, missiles, spacecraft, and communication satellites. It is used in instruments where lightness, stiffness, and dimensional stability is required. We heard that. But what about titanium? Titanium is the ninth most abundant element in the crust of the earth. Titanium is almost always present in indigenous and rocks and sediments. It's present in the ash of coals, in plants, and in human bodies. Titanium is pure, is lustrous white metal. This metal, which burns in air, is the only element that burns in nitrogen. Titanium is important. It is as strong as steel, but 45% lighter. It is 60% heavier than aluminum but twice as strong. The potential use of titanium is in desalination plants for converting seawater into fresh water. So, what did all of that say when I had a group of students, guys who were the committee, searching out for beryllium and titanium? What significance did that have to have them do that? That's their research. That's what they came up with, and we looked at it and talked about it just very briefly, going through the facts. But how many of you know this? We can be introduced to the same things, exposed to the same things, we can think about the same things, but think differently. So we can hear the same words, but come up with different conclusions. We can investigate and still not come up with the same things. It's a matter of training. And this is why this boys' conference is called, to take us to extensive means. What is the untapped potential in you? Here we know what beryllium will do. We know what titanium is used as. But I did a little more extensive research. I found that the breathing in of beryllium reduces the abilities for the lungs to transfer oxygen. Also, if you get beryllium poisoning in your body, it can affect your skin and cause rashes. Also, it can cause a lot of coughing all the time. It can cause shortness of breath, fatigue. It can cause chest and joint pain. It can cause a rapid heartbeat, have you to have a low appetite. Also you can have night sweats when you've been exposed to beryllium. It may take 10 to 15 years before it shows up, but there are medical tests that can detect it if this happens to you. Now, I've gone beyond to show you what beryllium was doing in this application scientifically, and I've shown you what can happen if you look at it medically. It can cause problems in people. What about titanium? Well, I told you what they said, but the titanium is used also in the Macintosh computers. They use that because they lighten the load of the whole computer, and we're able to do more with their notebooks. They use 139,000 tons of titanium in the production of Boeing 777, Boeing 747, and the big airplanes and their motors and engines because it's so light. And also in Airbus A340s and A320s. They use titanium in golf clubs, lacrosse, for tennis rackets, for crickets, for hockey, and also for the helmet. That helmet of football, the grill, is made from titanium. They're using it on back frames, in cookware, in boat propellers because they resist seawater and will not corrode under seawater. They use them in horseshoes, and they also use them on submarines. Titanium is also used for the reconstruction of the eye socket, and so they use it inside